Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Road Less Traveled podcast. We're glad to have you.
Episode 14. Welcome back, everybody.
Bruh, bruh, bruh.
We've got so much energy.
Oh my God. Yeah, we're parents. Life comes at you fast. We're tired. I feel like we start a lot of episodes like this, but that's just the reality of where we're at right now.
Yeah, we like to keep it real over here.
Yeah.
And this last week is no exception to being parents to two young kids.
The stomach virus is really fun, especially those that are caught at daycare. But that is the reality of starting daycare. I remember when we took Nora for the very first time, and it was, you pay, you send your kid off and you pay, these people handsome dollars, and they give it back to you in viruses.
Yeah, we're building up that immune system.
Silver linings.
Yeah, it's been a very difficult week. The lack of sleep. You've been extremely busy. We've both been busy launching Limitless Canada. And yeah, it's been very hard, like with this stomach bug that Lily's caught. Nora's not sleeping in her bed. She gets scared at night. So Les and I are just tag teaming throughout the night.
Thank God. I mean, shout out to all the single moms or dads out there. Like, I just want to hug you right now.
Yeah, like I had a moment after dropping the kids off yesterday, and I think not last night, but the night before was the worst one collectively out of the last week of bad nights. And I just stared at the steering wheel, and I think we've all had this moment as a parent where you just kind of need a bit of quiet, staring into the abyss of nothing of the steering wheel, contemplating life and how we got here. But and you had a moment or two this week as well of struggle.
In tears? Is that what yeah, for sure. Oh my God, I'm hanging on by a thread. Yeah. But like the new Taylor Swift song, I think one of my favorites is I Can Do It With a Broken Heart, because I sure as fuck can.
Yeah.
And it's my anthem right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Moving through each day, just dead.
Yeah.
But
we persevere.
We persevere. And
we're strong.
in the same breath, I'm like so grateful because of all we have. And, at the end of the day, we do have our health. Like, this is a little bug for Lily. She'll get over it. And, all is well at the same time.
Yeah.
Damn it. All is well.
All is well. Except with Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Oh
you guys suck. You said health there, and I shit you not, Leslie spent 2.5 hours again with these fuckers. I'm gonna swear, because every couple of months you have to deal with some Blue Cross Blue Shield shit, and it's just the healthcare system sucks. I know it because I come from Australia, and I hate seeing you just
give away my free time and all my precious hours to the healthcare. Yeah. I would love to know collectively how many hours I've spent on the phone with them in the past decade.
They just suck.
And to everybody, with all your benefits, your corporate jobs, stay there. Congratulations. Like the benefits are probably, saving you so many hours and sanity. So yeah, congratulations. Otherwise, if you work for yourself, you kind of got to, go through the marketplace and do all that. And I was on the phone with them. They took my entire morning. Still hasn't been resolved.
Yeah.
Still hasn't been. It all, and it's so funny. Like infants should be easy. Like I've gone through great lengths and hoops to get Lily on insurance, all the things. And yet there's just this massive gap in time where nobody was covered, but my bank account says differently.
Yeah.
And
that
so
is
anyway, I digress. You don't need to know all our dirty laundry, but it's wild what you have to do when you work for yourself. And also it just goes back to the shithole that is the healthcare system in the United States.
It really is. I mean, I could go on for a while. You covered in one state, but then if you go to another state, you're not covered and you're paying all this money, thousands of dollars over the year. Anyway, it's not good.
We're 5 minutes in. I think we've cussed 10 times. If that lets you know where we're at right now mentally.
We're just keeping it real. But this week, today's Tuesday, and yesterday you launched your 20th Limitless retreat, 19th?
It will be our 20th. No, our 19th Limitless retreat.
Yeah. Where is it?
It's really our 20th, but it'll be run as the 19th because Galapagos is after it. We're heading to Canada.
We love Canada.
Canada. I have
Canadians.
said so many times that a large part of me wants to be Canadian. And I will, I'll be fine with just sharing a border.
Mhm.
But I think y'all are amazing humans, and I think your country is just stellar.
Agreed. We gave everybody some little teasers last week about this retreat. So today we're going to dive into Limitless Canada and where we're going. We're going to Banff.
Well, yeah, we're gonna fly into Calgary,
Mm-hmm.
make the hour and a half-ish drive to the Lake Louise area,
Mm-hmm.
and not to give everything away, because on Limitless, the
Mhm.
magic of Limitless is truly the element of surprise.
Yeah.
We never give any participant like a rundown of the hour by
Mhm.
hour of what we're
Yeah.
doing.
Yep. I mean, I go into these and I'm like, what are we doing today?
Literally, I swear to God, sometimes Alex has no clue
I kind of like the surprises too.
what we're doing, but you're not. The difference is you're not a participant, babe.
I know. I'm working. I'm like photog, video guy. I'm also there for a shoulder to lean on and
A coffee.
yeah.
You are a good barista.
yeah.
So thanks for that. But yeah, Limitless Canada. I love Canada. I have lost track how many times I've been
I was just gonna ask, how many times have you been to Canada?
across the border. I don't know. I've been to many places, many times. Banff. I love Alberta. I love British Columbia. I saw the Northern Lights way, way, way up north.
It's a huge country.
It's huge. The wilderness spans greatly. I mean, I think there's just so much wilderness,
Mhm.
and maybe not as big of a population as you would think. I think
It's
'cause-
part of the Commonwealth. I am American now, but it's part of the Commonwealth. Of Great Britain,
and it's a lot. I think it's a lot like Australia in that like people reside in only certain places because it is so vast and there is so much wilderness.
yeah.
But I love that about it. There's
Yeah.
so much to explore.
We got so many Canadian, Australian friends that have married Canadians, which is probably an easy thing to do because you guys are so great for like Canadians. But I've only been twice, and the two times I've been, it's just been spectacular. The outdoors, the mountains, the lakes, just everything that it has to offer.
It's truly some of Mother Nature's best work, I would say.
Yeah.
There's so many more places I want to go. Remember that one time when we had a trip to where were we gonna go? Newfoundland?
Newfoundland?
Newfoundland.
Newfoundland? Newfoundland. This is great content. We should keep this in.
It was a while ago, and a lot of life has happened since then, which is maybe why we're questioning the pronunciation even.
I mean,
but
we bought tickets and everything.
Oh, all of it.
Yeah, I had the WestJet credit for like 2 years. It was during COVID. I think it was like a birthday present. Like, let's go over to the east side. And I know I've got a lot of messages from Canadians like, hey, come over this side. It's amazing. And I'm like, we want to get there.
So badly.
Yeah.
There's just it's a big
It's a
country.
big country. Well, let's not give away too much of this Limitless retreat. But for those listening that want to learn more about Limitless, how many women are going on this trip can apply for it?
12. We like the magic number of 12.
12. Okay.
Yeah.
And how many days does this one involve?
This one's 9 days, 8 nights.
8 nights. And where are they going? Like, what areas are we going to? So people that haven't been to Canada that want to apply, what are they going to be able to tick off on this retreat?
Well, I feel like if you've seen anything about Alberta or Banff, you have seen Lake Louise. If you've seen The Bachelor, you've seen Lake Louise. That's where my love of the area started.
But not your love.
Not my love. Totally two different things.
Your love for Canada.
Yeah, I never could say I loved him on camera. And
Sorry.
that's for a reason.
I had to throw that in there and you under the bus.
But yeah.
Yeah. So Lake Louise.
So Lake Louise area, and this is all kind of a pretty vast area. Good amount of time in the car, is required. It's not like these landmarks are around the corner from one another. But I've always said like some of my favorite places are in the middle of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Not that this is in the middle of nowhere, but truly it's out there.
Yeah.
And I think that's where the best places are.
Mm-hmm.
And so we'll spend a good amount of time around the Lake Louise area, where we will tiptoe into British Columbia as well.
Mm-hmm.
Where we're going to hit 3 national parks on this trip.
Amazing.
I
So
know.
Banff National Park.
Banff National Park, Yoho,
Yo-ho. Let's just go with it.
yeah. I mean, that's always how I've said it in my mind.
Yeah.
That's where Emerald Lake is,
Yep.
and we're gonna make our way up to Jasper.
Haven't been to Jasper yet.
I've never been to Jasper, and that's one thing I actually really love about this itinerary is that it's going to take not only us to Jasper, but me to Jasper, because I've so selfishly always wanted
Yeah.
to go there. Last summer, we went
Mm-hmm.
with Nora, didn't have time to make it to Jasper.
Yeah.
And I've always heard that the drive there is some of the best.
Mm-hmm.
Arkansas Blue Cross Blue Shield's calling me. 1 second. Pause. What I really love most about this itinerary is, it's selfishly taking me with these participants to Jasper, because it's someplace I've always wanted to go but never been. And a lot of times on Limitless trips, it's a frequently asked question, but a lot of participants are like, is there anything on this itinerary that is brand new to you that you're doing with us for the first time? And so I think that's really cool that, we get to do this together.
Yeah, I follow a bunch of photographers that live up that way that just take spectacular photos, and I just see them constantly on my feed and these amazing hikes, and I'm really excited to just get out there and see some of these perspectives that I've only seen on a phone. So it's going to be really cool.
Yeah, and like I said, I mean, we went there on season 17 of The Bachelor to Banff. But it's like kind of come full circle because they just took Joey's season to Jasper.
Yeah. So let's dive not too deep into the itinerary, but like I want to dive a little deeper and like what are some of the activities that people are going to be expecting here on this one?
Yeah. So in Lake Louise, obviously it's iconic to canoe in those red canoes on Lake Louise in front of the Fairmont Chateau, Lake Louise, which, spoiler alert, we'll be staying at.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So
that's
fun.
an amazing property.
It is. It's one of those bucket list hotels that are, I think, it's on a lot of visitors, travelers list. And so we get to stay there, and with that comes a lot of perks. There are so many hikes around Lake Louise. We'll do some high tea there. I mean, it's hard enough to get to Lake Louise if you're not staying there.
Yeah, I mean, just staying at a location like that, then once we're there, takes a lot of time off our hands in terms of like having to get to other places for a hike.
We're just there.
Yeah,
we're there. We're parked there in one of the most beautiful places in the country.
Yeah.
From there, we'll see a few other lakes. We'll get to do some whitewater rafting. I'm so excited because we also get to walk on the Athabasca Glacier. And
I didn't know we were doing that. So
yeah, exactly.
I'm excited. Glacier like
I
hiking
know.
is extreme. Trekking, hiking, it's amazing.
This is a walk.
Gotta
In
have
one
the-
of like for more context, if you saw my season of The Bachelor, it was actually Catherine and Sean's one-on-one. They got in this massive like ice explorer, went on this glacier. You get to walk on it. You get to, drink some glacier water on the way to Jasper. And then we'll do some Via Ferrata. If you don't know what a Via Ferrata is, it is that term is Italian for iron road or path. And it's kind of like a steel ladder. These steel rungs are shaped, kind of like a ladder in the side of a cliff.
And you're harnessed in.
Sure. Yes. You're absolutely harnessed in for safety.
You clip yourself. You like.
Yeah. You clip yourself in as you kind of scale up it. You go over some really awesome bridges. I don't think they're called bridges. The actual word is escaping my mind. Like it's basically like planks you walk across.
Yeah. Like they set up all these cool obstacles and like, wire bridges. And it's, if you're scared of heights, and I'm pretty good with heights, but we've done a couple of these, Limitless Peru, Limitless Colorado, and some women are just mortified of heights, just petrified, so scared. And it's really great when you have that group environment that encourages that person to, persevere and get through it and try and overcome that fear, and to do it surrounded by other women uplifting you. I think it's really powerful.
Yeah. To get on the other side of something like that is so empowering. That a long hike, which we'll do a little bit of that as well. Whitewater rafting. It's going to get the adrenaline going, which is my favorite thing.
Yeah.
And we get to go to Banff and Canmore. Those towns are so cute.
Yeah. Banff is amazing.
It's just like one of those places where you get there and, age-old traveler, you're like, should I move here?
I know.
And yeah, so that's kind of a general kind of overall layout. I don't want to give away too much. That's giving away a lot already.
That's part of the magic. And there's some other activities that we can kind of touch on. You're a yoga teacher, so there will be a couple of yoga sessions as well.
For sure. Yoga mixed with journaling and other connection-based exercises that are super powerful that we've never really even so much promoted or gotten into, but I think that's where a lot of the magic lies as well.
Yeah.
Because people walk away, like they just shared so much. They were super vulnerable in this very intimate setting. And yeah, I'm going to leave it at that.
Yeah. I think I step away from those with the cameras and it's very personal time. And yeah, that's part of the magic that makes up Limitless. And it's a big, big point of difference from other retreat companies, that it's just kind of like a churn and burn, get in the bus, there's all these intentional activities that make Limitless the magic that it is. And yeah, we'll leave it at that.
Yeah, we'll leave it at that.
A lot of people see the price of these retreats and they get a little bit of sticker shock. What is the price of this retreat?
Yeah, this one is $8,950, so $8,950. And
what is that covering?
That's covering everything aside from your flights to Canada and required travel insurance, and then any other extra, personal expenses. And I think some people certainly do get sticker shock. It's a lot of money. I have always been upfront that these are bucket list types of trips, and they really are. We stay at 5-star properties. We have 3 staff members go on it, so the overhead is there. We work countless hours pre-planning all of this with our other travel partners, but also we've been there before. So I think it's a lot of our experience being put into an itinerary. And
last year as well, we went to Canada and we went out of our way to go to some of these places to go and capture media and check out things and scout, and that cost money.
Well, and on that note, media, you come on these and you are taking photos and videos the entire time. And that's what the participants walk away with, as well as a ton of photos and memories.
Hundreds of photos, and I spend a lot of time. I spend days editing them. New Zealand Group 1 have their photo edits, and I'm working on Group 2's, and I spend a lot of time. I got all these professional cameras, and everybody gets to have those memories forever. And to pay a photographer every day and editing after the fact, it's thousands of dollars just in that. And then, like you said, I witness all the pre-production, the meetings, the phone calls, 100+ hours to get to plan these trips, multiplied by you and Emily. So probably more than 100 hours.
Yeah, it's no accident that each one has really gone swimmingly.
Yeah. No, that's right. And people trust you. They know this is your 19th, 20th retreat that you've led, and they trust you with travel. And I think for a lot of women that don't feel safe traveling alone or solo, and they want to be in a new group environment, they trust you to lead a retreat, and they're paying a premium for that. And your time, my time, Emily's time, we're valued. And, I just want to give a shout out to all our previous Limitless participants who have supported our small business.
Absolutely.
We have a mortgage, we have 2 children. Life is expensive, and thank you for supporting us.
Well, and it's not lost on us, the trust that goes into that, the amount of funds, energy, time off from work or your family to come travel with us halfway across the world or next door up north in Canada. It is a pinch me moment that you guys trust us that much to do that. This is a safe space. We always like to say we're facilitators, and we do facilitate that safe space. We love hosting these. And yeah, I think that therein lies the difference. And we like to, I mean, there's no detail that goes undone.
Yeah. Yeah. It's there's a huge amount of work. And yeah,
And they go, I think once the trip's fleeting, right? Like it's amazing while we're there, but it's fleeting and then like that, it's over.
Yep.
And that's not when it ends. And I think that's another amazing thing too. We spend a lot of time curating the perfect groups for each trip that applies. And that's where the magic lies as well. Are the friendships and the relationships after the fact. I can't stress enough how many times these each individual trips and retreats and women go on to plan their own meetups and reunions.
It's all the time. And I love seeing like the Instagram, like Limitless Travel Instagram shares all these moments, these meetups, whether it's girls' weekend in Sonoma or going to Pennsylvania or
Colombia.
Yeah.
I mean, so many places. And it makes my heart so happy. And a lot of times we don't even know they're happening.
Yeah.
We see them pop up on social media and we're like, oh my God, like Italy's together.
And what I loved as well, because the community is growing so much, when you had the reunion, Limitless reunion earlier this last year.
This time last year.
It's 2024. So last year, all these, other Limitless girls that had sort of spoken or only seen each other on social media that had never met from other trips, they got to meet, and some of them really connected and new besties traveling and going skiing, and it's so cool. I'm like, whoa, so-and-so from so-and-so is going with, to skiing, and it was really cool. I think it was Erica and Margot.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, that's so cool.
Oh, I love them so much. They're amazing.
Yeah.
I knew they'd get along swimmingly. And that was a goal and a dream, to get different groups together.
Yeah.
Because we're always like, oh my gosh, you know who you would be like, your limitless best friend is this person from this trip.
Yeah.
And so it was really cool to get everybody together last year on a reunion, which was a lot to plan with so many people. So I think we'll do that like every other year.
Yeah. Yeah. I think what another thing, and this isn't like what Limitless is about. This is a bonus. It's about going to the destination, meeting new friends, having these friendships and relationships after the fact, but the networking after the fact of you've got multiple professional women in all their different respective fields. They've now got your back. If you've got advice, you're like, hey, I need this advice, or I want to leave my job. And I've seen so much networking and connecting between all the women.
Yeah, I know. First comes to mind, Leah helping Emma with her career. I mean, and getting that job. And there's so much of that.
Yeah.
And it really is women empowerment at the end of the day, women supporting women. And the root of that makes me so proud and happy.
Yeah. It's amazing. It's been so beautiful to watch, and not just supporting women, supporting men too. Kelsey from Limitless Peru, she works for tourism, the city of Tuscaloosa, and she's like, hey, Alex, I've got this budget. It's not huge. It's not your Hollywood money, but like if you can work to this budget, I'd love for you to make this content. And I was like, Kelsey, I'd love to. And it was so cool to just see her in her city and produce this great content. I actually just got an email from one of her staff that they want a new version done for a Spectrum commercial. They need it cut down. So it's like, and it's just great, great to have those relationships, friendships, and then potential work, and just the networking. It's really beautiful.
It is. There's so many great things I love about it. It's certainly my favorite thing of what I get to do. Yeah. It just feels so powerful and fulfilling.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And it's so cool to see how everything evolves.
Yeah.
I never thought when I hit post on my Squarespace blog back in 2014 that I'd be here.
Yeah, it's today. Amazing. It's a testament to you and all your hard work that you've done over the years, and I'm proud to be part of the business and so lucky to go on these trips. I've essentially walked away from my business and my career in drones for the most part because you just keep me so busy, and I love that. I make less money than what I used to, but I'm so happy because I get to spend more time with my girls. I get to support your business, and the business is growing. We've got a new hire, which is amazing. So yeah, life is good and better on the road less traveled and limitless travel.
Is I love it. And I would love to know, where y'all think we should go in 2025.
Yeah.
That would be something I would love to know.
Yeah, I think if you can flood our DMs with destinations that you guys would really like to see us go, where you'd like to see a Limitless, that would be really awesome.
What is your number one? I'm going to put you on the hot seat.
Mine,
Yeah.
I really want to go to Japan.
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 It's having a moment.
Japan, we used to get exchange students when I was younger, and the Japanese women that we had stay with us were just so respectful, so lovely. The culture, the samurai, and just this history that they have. They're just the food and just everything. They just seem like amazing people. Like they are amazing people, but culture, just all of it. The landscapes there look beautiful. So I'm voting for Limitless Japan 2025. I'd like to go to Egypt as well. Pyramids, Great Pyramids of Giza. So that would be really cool too.
Love.
What about you, Les? Where do you want to go?
So many. The world is wide, but I think the seventh continent.
Oh, it's pretty icy down there.
Antarctica. It's been on my list for years and years and years.
Yeah.
But speaking it into existence right now with Limitless.
Yeah, we got to do that. I think that will be an easy sell, that one, for a lot of people. Yeah. All right.
So that'd be fun.
Before we wrap up, Limitless Canada, when do the applications close for everybody?
May 6th.
May 6th?
Yes.
Are we checking that?
I believe it's May 6th. Yeah, May 6th.
May 6th.
May 6th. 2 weeks from yesterday.
And before we wrap up, any words of wisdom and advice for women applying?
That's a good question. I think we get so many varied applications, and my favorites are just those who can open up and share a piece of your heart on paper, because I hate to get across the world with a group and not be able to connect or open up with those who can't even open up on screen.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll leave it at that. But I think the more open, the better. Just go in with, some stories or an open heart and open mind. Share a piece of you. We love videos.
Yeah.
There's a space that you can send in a video, get to know you a little bit better.
It's so easy to make a video too these days. Just get your iPhone, turn it around, and just start talking and open up. Be yourself. I have no idea about the applications, but I know how much time and effort, again, another section of these retreats that people don't see is how much time, not just you, but you go through the applications, Emily goes through them separately, and then you two kind of take notes separately. Then you guys come together, you have an in-depth call, and you basically working really, really hard to curate the best group for that retreat.
Absolutely.
And that goes back to the application process.
Takes so much time, so much effort, but I cry every time just reading people's stories and truly feeling so honored and privileged that they trusted us with a piece of them. Like every time, just tears streaming down my face. The beauty, the pain, the trauma, the joy. It runs the gamut of the human spectrum.
Yeah.
But it's truly one of my favorite parts about Limitless, but therein lies the hardest part is just choosing the select amount.
Yeah.
I wish everybody could do it.
I think it's a testament to how much you care about these applications, that people share a lot, and you really, really spend a lot of time on it. And I've seen you crying. So it's very personal, and it's beautiful to watch how much you care about it. It's really cool.
Yeah.
So
Thanks, babe.
yeah.
I think that concludes the Limitless Canada episode and Limitless in general. So grateful to do this. Like, it's a pinch me moment.
Yeah. Well, thanks everybody for tuning in. Good luck to everybody applying for Limitless Canada. We hope to see you there.
Yes. On the road less traveled one day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Thanks,
right,
y'all.
everybody. See you guys.